Hi crafty friends, welcome to day 12 of December Daily. I wrestled, well first of all, I have a lot going on my desk as usual. I mean, if this is your first time, hello and welcome. This is definitely my approach to December Daily videos. I workshop a few ideas, I assemble a bunch of stuff, and then by the time you guys get here, it looks like all hell has broken loose on my desk. But I promise, I always get you guys there at the end. So if this is your first time here, hello, welcome. I have the first days of my album already up in separate videos if you want to go back and see what I've been up to. But I played around with what I had in my foundation pages for a while today before I turned on the camera and went with it. Because on day 12, I've always documented my holiday playlist. Since I started doing this project, day 12, I've documented what I've been listening to, my favorite Christmas carols, my favorite Christmas albums, and I was really hesitant to do another Christmas music layout because I just did a music story for day 9. And then after I wrestled it for a little bit, I was like, well, day 9 was just a music layout about everything I've been listening to for the whole year, and today the layout gets to be holiday specific. And I had already made this as part of my foundation pages, so I stopped fighting it and I'm going with it. I am playing with this idea a little bit and I'm jazzing it up and doing it a little bit differently than I normally do, but this is what I had in the album for the day, which was what I've done for the last few years, which is a flip up, and my plan was just to tuck the things underneath, and I made it with hexagons because hexagons was one of the shapes that Allie was playing with this year, and so I thought it'd be fun to play with that shape. So after going back and forth and looking at 2016 and looking at 2017 and 2018 to get some inspiration, I'm going with it. So what I have are 12 album covers that in Photoshop. You guys, I'm like turning into a Photoshop whiz, just so you know. 12 album covers that I like shaped in hexagon clipping masks that are sized to fit here. And then I have since I had the album covers, I picked my 3 favorite songs from the album. Like this one's just one song, so it's just the one song. But I picked my 3 favorite songs for the album, and so what I'm going to do, because if I record all of this, it'll take forever, is I'm just gonna do like the first 3 so you guys can see like my idea. I'm gonna finish the rest and then I'll come back. So I get to play a little bit of a matching game like I did on my day 10 story and see if I remember which songs go with which album covers. But so that's gonna sit right. Oh, I hope I sized these okay. Okay. Yeah, I sized them well. So that's gonna go like that. So this is the Casey Musgrave show. And then when I had created these in Photoshop, I created them with the hexagon. And then when I printed them without the hexagon line, because I didn't think I'd be able to get that hexagon line perfectly. And now I'm just gonna stick this down. It's gonna take a little bit of finessing to make sure I get them straight, which is the other reason why I'm gonna like skedaddle and do this off camera. So see, that's how that looks. So it's vellum, so it's transparent, and what I'm going to do after I stick them all down is just put a piece of white cardstock underneath it, just because, like I said, because it's vellum, and when I back it against the previous day, it's going to show through a tiny bit. So I'm just gonna do one more, just so you guys can get an idea of how these are all gonna look, and then I will skedaddle and finish them up. I'm making the same. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that perfectly centered. Like you see, it's a little bit further from this side, but that's okay. So the next one is this picture of Sia. I'm not sure if it's Sia or Saya, but her Christmas album is one of my favorites because none of her Christmas songs are actual Christmas songs. Like my favorite Christmas song from her is a song called Puppies Are Forever, which is literally like the lyrics are puppies are forever, but not just for Christmas. And she's telling people like stop buying puppies as Christmas presents because you have to keep them and you can't give them away after Christmas is over. And that is very much what that whole album is like, which is, I like it. I think it's pretty funny. All right, let's just see if I got this one. Almost had it. Okay, almost had it. Let me just tweak this a little bit. Double check it. Okay, so that's how that's how those look. So I'm going to go and finish in all 12 days and I'll be right back, and then I'll be able to like chit chat with you guys and we'll hang out and we'll see what else I have planned for this day, because It could be this simple, but it's not going to be. So I'll be right back after I finish all 12 days. All right, friends, so I'm back. I have finished making my little flip-ups, and then I went and I backed them on a fun pink and red paper. And you guys, it's so pretty, and it worked out so well. And again, even though I told a story about music a few days ago, it wasn't a holiday story about music, and I love having the flips with the album covers. Like, it just came out really nicely. So if this was a story you wanted to tell, then you could stop here. But I wanted to add some journaling. And while I was sitting around and trying to think about what story I wanted to tell, I just kept coming back to joy. Like, joy is my intention for the season. I feel like you guys have heard me say that a few times. And I just kept coming back to the idea of joy and how joy can be a simple thing during the holidays. And so when I decided to sit down and write, I wrote about simple holiday joys. And I will of course read you my journaling, because I've been doing that every single day. I think what I might start doing though is reading my journaling at the end, just because it's sometimes pretty long. And if you're only here for the creative process and you don't want to, you don't have to stick around to listen to what I've been writing. So here's what I did. While I was sitting at my desk and thinking, I just took this silly selfie. I've been wearing these like reindeer antler headband things all around. And I just took a silly selfie with a heart just because I've been loving the simple holiday joys. And that's what I journaled about. So to play off of my hexagons, I decided I was going to print my journaling and my photo on a hexagon. And because I cannot help myself and I must write an essay every single day, I actually thought my journaling would fit on one, like on the back side of this hexagon, and it was too long. So I ended up having to go with an Old Faithful, which is a flip up. And if this is your first time at my channel, I make all my flip ups the same way. I don't like using washi, so I tend to just take a piece of cardstock the width of whatever I'm doing the flip up with. And so I cut it the width of whatever I'm flipping up, and then I cut it that width times by 2 inches, and I score it. Yeah, I score it. Oh, I did this all wrong. It's supposed to be like, hold on. I think I made a huge mistake. It's supposed to go like this. Okay, hold on. I made a huge flub, and thankfully this tape comes off. I gotta like think about this. Okay, so it's gonna go like that. All right. Thankfully this tape comes off pretty decently. So let me think about this. So the flip has to go up here. Yeah, so this is your first time at my channel. I make all my flips the same way. I take a bit of cardstock and then I score it, and that's what I use for my flips. And normally I don't get them this wrong, but I really was not, I don't know what happened to me just now. I think the shape of this one threw me off a little bit because I'm used to working with rectangles. But thankfully, I've switched to using, for the most part, I like using this Tombow dot runner adhesive because I have a few seconds to manipulate things before it really sticks down. And when you're scrapping the way I do, which is doing all these crazy things all the time, sometimes you make errors and you need those extra few seconds. So I'm really grateful for that. I'm going to trim this a little bit because it's a little bit of overhang. I'm going to have to leave the overhang on the top though, because that's where my journaling starts. And if I trim that, I'll lose the beginning. So I'll figure out like maybe a bit of trim. I might actually just put a bit of trim there. Okay, so here's how it works. So I'm going to finish my flip up. So I just use, like I said, I use a little bit of cardstock. And there we, are you kidding? Never mind. The universe is not cooperating. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to get this together, I promise. All right, so that's how it's supposed to go. So it's going to sit like this, and then I'll flip up and you'll have my journaling. And I was saying, I thought that I would have been able to fit it all on one hexagon because my plan was actually to use a brad and do kind of like a swivelly thing like I've been doing for the last few days. And then I went and printed my journaling and it was just way too big to fit on one. I had to size it at like 5 point for it to fit on one, which at that point is silly because no one can read that. So I ended up just going for a flip because I like flips, and there's so many other flips on this. So here we go. So here's my silly selfie, and then here's my journaling. And that's actually going to go on the back side of this transparency. This is a sheet of number transparency that I got from Michaels a really, really long time ago. I've gone to Michaels a few times trying to find this because I don't know what brand it was. I don't know like if it was Recollections or if it was from another manufacturer, but I can't seem to replace it. So that's going to go on this side. And for this side, I'm actually going to recreate something that Allie had created in her product play lesson. And if I was smart and I had paid attention, I would have realized that she gave us the downloads. Like, she gives the downloads for everything. But I did not, like, I watched the video and I was like, I can recreate that. Instead of thinking I don't have to recreate that, I can just use her downloads. But it doesn't matter. Like, I whipped up a hexagon in Photoshop and, sorry, I cannot seem to talk and work today. Yeah, so I whipped up a hexagon in Photoshop really easily, and then I went and I cut it into 6 triangles because, like she said in the lesson, we're learning that hexagon is just a bunch of triangles like arranged around each other. And so it's really fun to play with that idea of a hexagon just being a shape made of shapes. So I use some glitter paper, and then these 3 are papers from the Snowflake collection, which is Crate Paper's newest collection. And then for the extra 2 triangles, I thought it'd be fun to, that's gonna go here. I thought it'd be fun to play with some embellishments. Also, Allie had done something really cool in her lesson where she, yeah, I'm gonna put that there, where she had just stacked some phrase stickers. So I was actually thinking about doing the same thing. Like, I think that might be really fun. I have phrase stickers from, I didn't get the ones from this year, but I have the ones from last year, and I've yet to use a single one of these like brightly colored teal ones, and I think that might be a fun color to play with in this spread I'm cooking up. So I'm going to do the same thing she did. This is not my idea. I'm not that clever. I'm just going to go ahead and stack some of these phrase stickers. And so in her lesson, she had put like a really, I'm probably gonna have to use a ruler for this. She had put a really wide one right across the middle and then just worked on it from there, which is what I'm going to do because that just seems like the easiest way to do it. And I don't see any reason to reinvent the wheel. So I'm just gonna go for it. So, since I'm doing something where I can just talk to you guys now, because this is my favorite part of the videos, thank you so much for sharing what you've been loving this season with me. So many of you guys just make me so happy all the time. I love reading your comments. I wasn't very good about responding to comments today, but I promise after I finish this video, I'm gonna go and respond to comments. But my favorite thing at the end of the day is like sitting around at, you know, after my days are pretty long. I have work and I have school and I have a lot going on. So sometimes at the end of the day, just sitting down and reading the comments and having these conversations with you guys, it's really therapeutic for me. And you guys leave the sweetest comments. So in my last video, when I had documented the things, you guys, you know what I just realized? Today is the 11th. Today's the 11th and I'm working on day 12. So, yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. So I thought like I was being like really good. I was like, I know I told everybody I wasn't going to be able to film every day, but I'll sneak this video in because I already had the foundation pages in and I knew it wasn't going to be a hard video to make. And it is literally the wrong day. So, I guess you guys are getting today a little bit early, and then I will figure out when I'll be able to do day 11 because like I said yesterday, I'm in full-on finals mode. Like I probably even shouldn't be doing this right now, but I just don't feel like studying just yet. So I figured I'd make another day, but I'm in full-on finals mode right now. And I cannot believe, I'm so stuck on the fact that today is the 11th and not the 12th. And I went to work today. So you'd think I would know what day it is from being at work all day. So yeah, forgive me, you guys. I don't know if I'm going to post this. Yeah, I'll post it anyway. Why not? You guys will just get day 12 a day early, and I'll figure out when I'm going to get around to doing day 11. So, yeah, documenting 12 things on day 11 because this is how I do things. I'm a little bit scatterbrained and a little bit lost all the time, and I guess you guys don't seem to mind all that much. So what was I saying before I just discovered that I am like all sorts of discombobulated about what day? And you know what blows my mind? Like, I have a smartphone. I have an iPhone that I've been looking at all day. And it never occurred to me that today was the 11th and not the 12th. And I was just, whatever. It's going to be a fun project anyway. Okay, so see, that's how that looks. And that actually looks really good. I'm really happy with how that came out. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. So many of you have been telling me about what you're loving. And you know what the big trend, like the common thread that I'm seeing in all these posts? You guys just like genuinely love your families and love your people. Which should not be that shocking, but it's something about like the holiday season that, like, don't get me wrong, I love my family. I'm the youngest. Wow, this is how you can tell I'm really like turned around today. I'm the oldest. The oldest of 3. I just turned 29. My sister will be 26 in a few days, and my brother is 21. And as much as I love those hooligans, there are definitely some days that I do not want to be around them. But there's something about the holiday season that makes us want to be around our people. And the common thread in all the messages I was reading is I am loving being around my family. I am loving spending the holidays with my children. I am loving, you know, hanging out by the tree. And I love that. Like, okay, I'm just going to layer some stars here. I think that might be really fun. So I'm just going to layer, I think I'll put like a metallic one. Gotta figure out how I want to do this. I think I like I don't think I like the metallic one on top. I think I'm going to put the metallic one behind that and then just put a sentiment. So much of what I shared about what I was loving was like personal. Like, I think the only thing I shared that I was loving that was like extra personal was, you know, talking about Joshua. And it makes me want to like go back and look at my list and see if there's any way I can add that I'm loving, you know, spending time with my family, or I'm loving spending the holidays with them. But part of why I didn't like go there automatically is with school and everything else. Like, my sister has my nephew Noah is 5 months old now, and over the summer I saw him every single day, and then the semester started and I had barely had any time to spend with him, and that feels awful. But sometimes that's what so the people that are in nursing school understand that sometimes that's what nursing looks like, especially since I'm working, it is taking everything I have to, I'm just looking for a sentiment, you guys, while I'm chit-chatting. I'm just looking for a sentiment that I want to put. I kind of like this joy one, since that's where I'm going with. Yeah, it is literally taking everything out of me. So I have not been to see my darling Noah, which makes me very sad because he's literally my favorite human on the face of this planet. But school is almost over, and there'll be plenty of time to document Noah's first Christmas. Because you guys, you better believe that the second I have free time, I'm going to be in Noah's face all the time. Because it's first Christmas, and first Christmas is exciting. That's not centered at all. I'm like trying to use a T-square and be all like snazzy, and then I didn't get it centered anyway, so I don't even know why I bothered. Why? Hold on. Oh, and funny story. So many of you were talking about my trimmer and laughing at my trimmer. Well, guess what got replaced today? I went to Michael's and I bought a new trimmer. And then I came home and I cut all this stuff up with my old trimmer, which was silly. So the new trimmer is still in the package. I have no idea. Like, I can show it to you guys. Where? See? I bought a fancy new trimmer that has like, I couldn't find a rotary trimmer, but I bought a fancy new trimmer that doesn't have blades that'll fall off. So hopefully that'll save me from my running away blade situation. And hopefully you guys will come back, even though I'm not like amusing everybody about my blade escaping all the time. I know my trimmer blade is probably more popular than I am. And I hope that now that the trimmer has been replaced with a blade that cannot escape, you guys will keep coming. I have a T-square down, and I still, for the life of me, cannot put anything down straight. Like, this is, does anybody else have that trouble? Like, am I the only person who struggles with straight lines? I think it's because I'm left-brained, and left-brained people are not like analytic people and designed to do things like that. All right, this is going wonderfully. Okay. All right, so I'm just attaching my bits and pieces as I go. I really like how this is coming out. And the fun thing about this page is this could be independent of like the hexagon flips that I'm using to document my favorite Christmas carols. Like this right here could literally just be a page all by itself. Like it doesn't have to go with the story, but because I'm talking about the story of Little Holiday Joys and Christmas carols bring me joy, it just made sense to put it, oh, that's gonna be so cool together. Okay, so this is almost, like literally almost done, you guys. I just have to put a number here. So I have this, and I think I wanna put some sort of embellishment here. And I definitely want to put something here because I have all this space, and if I had resized my journaling, like I wanted this to stop at the end of a sentence and this to restart at a sentence. So I'm just going to, actually I think I'm just going to put these trees down here. So let's just put some trees because they're the perfect color. All right, so let's just put these trees. They're the perfect color for everything else I already have going on. The good thing about working with the collection is you don't have to worry about things matching because things match already. And the Snowflake collection by Create Paper is just, it's just perfect. All right, I just have to put something else here. So I have these puffy stickers. And do I want to just put joy? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to put joy right on top of those trees. So I'm gonna go with this larger font right here. So I'm gonna put this O right in the middle. We should, like, at the end of December, count how many times I've just added joy with random puffy stickers, because I think this is probably the 4th time I've done it in this album. Like I definitely did it on day 10, which is yesterday, and today's not day 11. And you think I would have realized that I documented day 10 yesterday and that I should be documenting day 11 today, but yeah. So I think I'm gonna put another rose gold puffy sticker here just to tie. Do I like these snowflakes? I think I like these snowflakes. This one's a little big. Oh, I could just put this. Nope, never mind. I'm not going to put a snowflake because there's this fun, like, holly thing. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. That's pretty. Okay. Just because I have all this empty space on this photo, and I think it'd be fun to repeat that rose gold element that is on the inside of my journaling. Okay. So this layout is literally just about done. Okay, that looks really good. All right, I just gotta go and find a 12 because I forgot that I need to put a number here. And I think I want to use the clear numbers that came in this year's main kit, but I gotta go find them. So I will be right back. Okay, friends, so I'm back. So here's how it looks in the album. I didn't like the way the clear stickers looked because it kind of got lost against all this pattern. So I just spelled out the number 12 in some puffy stickers that I had. These are the same puffy stickers I used on day 10. These are the same ones. Oh, side note, I totally forgot to add the numbers in the video. So if you've seen the picture on Instagram, the numbers are here. If you watch the video, the numbers aren't. So I went back afterwards and I added the numbers because I forgot. So I have not attached this because day 11 has to go somewhere in here. But here's how day 12 looks. So I have my flips with my song lyrics. I have my fun decorative piece. I have my other flip with my journaling. And then I have the rest of my holiday playlist. So I really like the way this layout came out. It's actually pretty simple, pretty easy to recreate. If you want this hexagon flip, I actually just made it in silhouette. So find me on Instagram, email me, whatever, and I can send you the cut file for this flip thing that I made. And then you just have to score it at the top so it flips. And that's pretty much it. I like the way this came out so much. And this is going to be the last page in this album. I already ordered a replacement because this one, you guys, it's just huge. So I think I'm going to stop at day 12 and then start at day 13 in the next one when it comes. So without further ado, here is my journaling about simple holiday joys. So it says, Dear Simple Holiday Joys, it's kind of wonderful how you keep finding me and how you keep turning me around until I run right back into you over and over again. It's easy to look for you in December, but it's even easier to lose you in the day-to-day routine of work, study, clean, be something like an adult, repeat. And I am so grateful that when this starts to happen, you knock softly and sweetly at my heart and turn my attention back to the things that bring love and light into my life. You have continued to manifest yourself since I was a little girl, and while I've grown and changed into something, not quite a child, but not quite a woman, you have created space for yourself in this awkward in-between that has allowed me to settle and breathe and be. Sometimes it's as small as hearing a new Christmas carol that I haven't heard before, or watching a new holiday movie curled up under the blankets with him and the girls, or seeing the lights in the windows of the homes I pass on my way to my own, or in the holiday displays in all my favorite stores, or tasting hot chocolate poured into my favorite mug until it's filled to the brim and loaded with large marshmallows, cloyingly sweet and warm and thick, or smelling the newest candle that I bought from Bath & Body Works. This year I'm loving Marshmallow Fireside as I sit and read, or touching the tree on my way into the bedroom at the end of the night, a fond see you later before all the lights go out and I go to bed. Either way, you have managed to smooth out so many of my rough edges and hone a path straight to my heart and have moved into my chest, and I am so much better for it. Love that this magic is something we can make together, and loving that you are some kind of wonderful, something unique and pure and strong, and something I am helpless to resist, and something I don't ever want to lose, even after the holidays are over and the lights go down and the trees go back in the closet and we go back to who we were before December. I am thankful that you continue to show up in my life to enchant each and every one of my senses, and that you have grown and evolved with me, and that I can trust you to come back and sit beside me each and every year. So there's my journaling about simple holiday joys. And so if I was going to give you any sort of like advice about journaling for this video, because I like giving you guys like little tips and things that I do when I'm writing, how about you tell a story about the five senses? Like, what does Christmas or what does December feel like from the five senses? What are you seeing? What are you feeling? What are you tasting? What are you smelling? And use that to tell a story. I use that to tell the story of the simple holiday joys and the way that I interpret that. And maybe that'll be the way I encourage you this time. So that's all I have for you today, documenting day 12 on day 11. And I will see you. I want to say I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know if I will, but I will see you guys really soon to finish this gap and then to move on with the rest of the month. So I hope you guys are having the most magical season. I want to encourage you to keep writing me, keep DMing me, keep commenting. I screenshot almost every one of these comments and I read them when I'm having a less than stellar moment. And the fact that this channel and this space and this crazy book that I'm creating is bringing so much joy to so many other people just fills me all the way up. So thank you for coming back and spending this time with me. I hope I managed to make it the whole video without dropping something. And as I'm saying goodbye, things start running away. But I hope you enjoyed your time here. I hope you found a little bit of light and magic, and I hope you found inspiration in my corner of the internet. And till next time, hopefully till tomorrow, but till next time, keep it crafty, friends, and have the best day, and happy December.